Welcome to today's episode of Sleep and Speak English. Today, we're going to learn the 117 most commonly used sentences in English. Each sentence will be explained after a short pause so you can fully understand what it means. Let's get started. Hello, how are you? After a short pause, this means you're greeting someone and asking if they are well. What is your name? You ask this to learn someone's name. I'm fine, thank you. You say this when someone asks how you are and you feel good. Where are you from? This means you're asking someone which country or place they come from. I am from Poland. You say this to tell someone which country you are from. Nice to meet you. This is a polite thing to say when you meet someone for the first time. Can I help you? You say this when you want to know if someone needs your help. What time is it? You ask this when you want to know the current time. I don't understand. This means you are not clear about something and need more explanation. Can you repeat that, please? You ask this if you want someone to say something again. Where is the bathroom? You ask this when you need to know where you can find the restroom. I need some help. This means you want assistance with something. How much does it cost? You ask this when you want to know the price of something. Do you speak English? You ask this to see if someone can communicate in English. Please speak slowly. You say this when you need someone to talk more slowly so you can understand better. What does this mean? You ask this to understand the meaning of something. Can I have a menu, please? You say this in a restaurant when you want to see the list of food and drinks. I would like some water, please. This means you are asking politely for water. I'm sorry, I'm late. You say this when you are apologizing for arriving after the expected time. Could you help me, please? This is a polite way to ask someone for help. Where's the train station? You ask this when you want directions to the train station. I don't know. You say this when you do not have an answer to a question. I'm hungry. This means you want something to eat. I'm thirsty. This means you need something to drink. I'm tired. This means you need rest or sleep. I like this. You say this when you think something is good or enjoyable. I don't like this. This means something is not enjoyable or good for you. It's hot today. You say this when the weather is very warm. It's cold today. You say this when the weather is not warm. I love you. This means you have very strong feelings for someone. See you tomorrow. You say this when you will meet someone the next day. Have a good day. This is a way to wish someone a nice day. I am learning English. You say this to tell someone that you are studying the English language. I am lost. This means you do not know where you are or how to get where you want to go. Where can I buy a ticket? You ask this when you need to know where to purchase a ticket. What do you do for a living? You ask this to know someone's job or profession. I work as a teacher. You say this to tell someone your job is teaching. I am a student. This means you are currently studying at a school or university. How old are you? You ask this to know someone's age. I am 25 years old. You say this to tell someone your age. What's your phone number? You ask this to get someone's contact number. Here's my phone number. You say this when giving your phone number to someone. Do you have any siblings? You ask this to know if someone has brothers or sisters. I have one brother. You say this to tell someone about your family. I don't have any sisters. You say this if you have no sisters. I need to go now. This means you have to leave. Where is the nearest hotel? You ask this to find a place to stay for the night. How do you say this in English? You ask this to know the English word for something. I am happy today. This means you feel good and positive. I am sad. This means you feel unhappy. What do you like to do in your free time? You ask this to know someone's hobbies or interests. I like reading books. This means you enjoy reading as a hobby. Can I ask you a question? This is a polite way to start asking something. What's your favorite color? You ask this to know someone's favorite color. My favorite color is blue. You say this to tell someone which color you like the most. Is there a bank nearby? You ask this to know if there is a bank close to where you are. How far is it from here? You ask this when you want to know the distance to a place. Can I sit here? You ask this to know if it's okay to sit in a certain place. Do you need anything? You ask this to find out if someone requires help or something specific. I need to charge my phone. This means you need power for your phone. Can you help me find this place? You ask this when you need assistance locating a place. I have a reservation. You say this to tell someone that you have booked something, like a table at a restaurant or a room in a hotel. Where can I find a taxi? You ask this to know where you can get a taxi. I am not sure. You say this when you do not know something with certainty. Can you show me the way? This is a polite way to ask someone for directions. What time do you open? You ask this to know the opening hours of a place, like a store or restaurant. What time do you close? You ask this to know when a place, like a shop, will close. I am looking for a pharmacy. You say this when you need to find a pharmacy. Could I have the bill, please? You ask this when you're ready to pay for your meal in a restaurant. Where is the nearest hospital? You ask this when you need medical assistance or directions to a hospital. I am in a hurry. You say this to indicate that you need to do something quickly. Please, wait a moment. You say this when you need someone to wait briefly. I don't feel well. This means you are not feeling healthy and might need help. I have a headache. You say this when you have pain in your head. How can I get to the airport? You ask this to know the directions or transportation options to the airport. I'm just looking. Thank you. You say this in a store when you do not need help. How long will it take? You ask this to know the amount of time needed for something. I need an appointment. You say this when you want to schedule a meeting with someone, like a doctor. I have a question. You say this to indicate that you want to ask something. Where can I park my car? You ask this when you need to know where parking is available. Can I pay by card? You ask this to see if you can use a credit or debit card for payment. I'm allergic to peanuts. You say this to tell someone about your allergy to peanuts. Where is the entrance? You ask this to find the way into a building or area. Where is the exit? You ask this to know how to leave a building or area. What do you recommend? You ask this to know what someone suggests, especially in a restaurant. I need a doctor. You say this when you need medical assistance. Could you write it down, please? You ask this when you want someone to put something in writing, usually to help you remember. I'll be right back. This means you're leaving for a short time and will return soon. I need to catch a bus. You say this when you need to get on a bus to go somewhere. Can I borrow your pen? You ask this to use someone's pen for a short time. What's the weather like today? You ask this to know about the current weather conditions. Can you call me a taxi? You ask this when you need someone to arrange a taxi for you. Do you have any plans for the weekend? You ask this to know what someone is doing over the weekend. I need some rest. This means you need a break or sleep. What are you thinking about? You ask this when you want to know someone's thoughts. Can I join you? You ask this when you want to be part of what someone is doing. I'm feeling better now. This means you were unwell before, but now you feel improved. Do you have Wi-Fi here? You ask this to see if there is an internet connection available. What's your email address? You ask this when you want someone's email contact. I forgot my keys. You say this when you do not have your keys because you left them somewhere. It doesn't matter. You say this when something is not important or relevant. Can you give me a hand? This means you need someone's help. I'm afraid I can't do that. This means you are unable to do what is being asked. I hope you feel better soon. You say this to wish someone well, especially if they are sick. What's going on? You ask this to understand what is happening. I'll take care of it. This means you will handle a problem or situation. That sounds good to me. You say this when you agree with a suggestion. I need some time to think. This means you are not ready to make a decision yet. Is this seat taken? You ask this to know if someone is already using a seat. Could you close the door, please? You ask this when you want someone to shut the door. Let's take a break. This means you want to stop what you are doing for a short rest. I need a glass of water. This means you are thirsty and want some water. Can I use your phone? You ask this when you want to borrow someone's phone. I will be there soon. This means you are on your way and will arrive shortly. Can you tell me more about it? You ask this when you want more information about something. Where did you buy this? You ask this to know where someone got an item. I can't find my wallet. This means you do not know where your wallet is. I need to finish my work. This means you have tasks that need to be completed. Do you need a ride? You ask this to see if someone needs transportation. What's your favorite food? You ask this to know what someone likes to eat the most. I forgot to do it. You say this when you did not remember to complete a task. Can you fix this? You ask this when you need help repairing something. I'll think about it. This means you need time to decide. I need more information. This means you want to learn more details. Do you need my help? You ask this to know if someone requires your assistance. Could you turn off the lights? You ask this when you want someone to switch off the lights. I'm on my way. This means you are heading to a location. Can you hear me? You ask this to check if someone can hear you clearly. I am ready. This means you are prepared to start or do something. Let's go for a walk. You suggest this when you want to take a walk with someone. Can I take a picture? You ask this when you want to photograph something. I need to talk to you. This means you want to have a conversation with someone. I will do it later. You say this when you plan to do something after some time. Can you open the window? You ask this when you want someone to open a window. I'm feeling tired. This means you need rest or sleep. Could you pass me the salt, please? You ask this politely during a meal. It's raining outside. You say this to describe the weather when it is raining. I'll call you tomorrow. This means you plan to phone someone the next day. Do you know the answer? You ask this to see if someone knows the solution to a question. Can I get a receipt, please? You ask this when you want proof of payment. Let's meet at 5 p.m. You suggest meeting someone at a specific time. I need to go shopping. This means you need to buy something, usually groceries or other items. I have a lot of work to do. This means you are busy with many tasks. I am scared. This means you feel frightened or anxious. Can you tell me the truth? You ask this when you want someone to be honest with you. I will be there in 10 minutes. This means you will arrive soon. Please be careful. You say this when you want someone to take care not to get hurt. I believe you. This means you trust what someone is saying. Can you send me the details? You ask this when you want someone to provide more information. I need a minute. This means you need a short amount of time to gather yourself or finish something. I'll be back shortly. This means you are leaving for a short time but will return soon. Do you have a map? You ask this when you need a map for directions. I'm running late. This means you are behind schedule and may arrive later than planned. Where can I find an ATM? You ask this when you need to locate a cash machine. Can you pick me up? You ask this when you need someone to come and get you. I'm having a great time. This means you are enjoying yourself. Do you want to join us? You ask this when you want someone to participate in an activity. I feel much better now. This means you were unwell or sad but now feel improved. Can we start now? You ask this when you are ready to begin something. I'll let you know. This means you will give someone information later. Do you have a pen I can use? You ask this when you need to borrow a pen. I don't agree with that. This means you have a different opinion. It's getting late. You say this when it is becoming late in the day or evening. Let's get started. You say this when it is time to begin. I need a favor. This means you need someone to do something for you. Can you wait for me? You ask this when you want someone to stay until you are ready. I am very busy right now. This means you have a lot of work or tasks to do. I'm not sure I understand. You say this when you need more clarification. Could you lend me some money? You ask this when you need to borrow some money. What do you think about this? You ask this to know someone's opinion. I really appreciate it. You say this to express gratitude. Can you help me move this? You ask this when you need help moving something. I'd like to make a reservation. You say this when you want to book a table or a room. Can you stay for dinner? You ask this when you want someone to join you for a meal. I need to make a phone call. This means you have to call someone. Can we meet tomorrow? You ask this to arrange a meeting for the next day. I didn't mean to do that. You say this when something happened by accident. That's all for today. Remember, these sentences are great building blocks for having conversations in English. You can use them every day, and soon they'll feel natural to you. Practice listening to these phrases and try using them in real situations. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel speaking English. Remember, learning a language takes time, and it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are just part of the learning process. Try to use at least one of these sentences today. Whether you're at home, at work, or even talking to yourself, practice will help these phrases stick. Listening is just the first step. Speaking them out loud, even when you're alone, will help you get more comfortable with the language. Take every opportunity to use these sentences in real conversations. The more you use them, the more natural they will feel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your effort today is an investment in your future fluency. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode of Sleep and Speak English. Have a great day.